بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. صلى الله عليك يا سيدي ويا مولاي يا رسول الله. صلى الله عليك وعلى آل بيتك المعصومين المظلومين المضطهدين المهضومين. لعن الله الظالمين لكم من الأولين والآخرين. والصلاة والسلام على الصديقة المظلومة الشهيدة ذات الآلام الكثيرة في المدة القصيرة. ألا لعن الله من ظلمها وآذاها وغصب حقها وعاداها وعادى ذريتها وشيعتها ومن والاها. يا فاطمة الزهراء يا بنت محمد يا قرة عين الرسول يا سيدتنا ومولاتنا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا. لعن الله الظالمين لكم، ما خاب من تمسك بكم وأمن من لجأ إليكم سادتي. فيا ليتنا ثم يا ليتنا كنا معكم فنفوز فوزا عظيما. The first of the Masa'ib of Sayyida Zahra Salamullahi alayha was her losing her father. Tonight we start by commemorating the martyrdom and the shahada and the demise of Rasulullah. وأحسّت جزيرة العرب أن البدر يمشي في جوها مشلولا شاحب اللون كالعليل براه الداء بريا فرده مهزولا. The land of Arabs sensed that, what did it sense? That the moon was passing in the sky, crippled, pale in color, like one who is sick. Why is that so? Whom illness had made sore, turning them so thin. What was the reason? A quake shook Al-Hijaz and the land. Its mountains shook, and so did it. Plans, every living save Al-Muhaymin, the dominant, shall perish. Allah's norm it is, and in it you will not witness any change. He died between Fatimiyya and Ali. Hey, how the two poles were witnessing the setting of the sun. Of the son of Rasulullah. Oh, tears of blood which were burning, hey, running down her face like a fire, like a fire. Oh, sobbing of the beloved which made cry. The cries of Sayyidah Zahra made everybody else cry. Which made cry every eye with blood and tears, and tears. As the commander of the land gives ghusl to the best of people alive, and those who were dead, and Fatima covered his grave with sand, bidding farewell, and threw herself on the grave, kissing it so it was dry before, but she sent rain falling from her eyes, that it became watered and wet. His death has come, O Ali, remove the pillow. On the deathbed of Rasulullah, when the Holy Prophet passed away, close his eyes and turn him towards the Qibla. Recite the Shahada and extend his left and right arms. The signs of death are showing. Look at his forehead. It is sweating and his breath has stopped, and so his voice. I think they are the moments, signs of death and nur. He removed him and went to those who had attended. Ajarakumullahu Shi'as, and O people, we have delayed the janazah of Rasulullah so that all angels can pray over him. ليش الجنازة بالوداعي؟ ليش الجنازة بالوداعي مرضرضينا 3 أيام بأرض الغاضرية أبو السجاد ظل رمية وراسه مقطعين كبد الزكية هي ودم عزيز أمه معفاير هيا ودم عزيز أمه معفار إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. قال الله تبارك وتعالى في محكم كتابه العزيز بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ليهلك من هلك عن بينة ويحيى من حي عن بينة وإن الله لسميع عليم. To hasten the appearance of our 12th Imam, perfume our Majlis with salat ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. To start with, my dear brothers and sisters, according to our narrations that this day of the 3rd of Jamad al-Thani, this is the third main and stronger opinions among the other opinions that refer to the date on which Our Lady of Light, Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha, passed away. And this is said to be one of the stronger dates. I extend my condolences and also do extend your condolences on your behalf towards our 12th Imam Ajjalallah Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. On the sad occasion of the demise and the martyrdom of his pure grandmother, who was oppressed so in her life, such that it is in history extremely difficult to find somebody who faced all of those oppressions, such as Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha. When we want to talk about any historical personality and we want to commemorate, it is always necessary to see three things. First of all, we need to look at the history of any personality whose anniversary of death, for instance, or their birthday, which we commemorate. So we need to learn about their history, who that person, how they lived, what is the history when they were born, etc. Secondly, we need to learn about that personality, what there is to know about that personality. For example, what were their names, what were their characteristics, what did they do? Thirdly, we now need to derive and learn the lessons possible from that personality. Our Lady of Light, of course, she was such that even though she lived such a short span of years in her short life, however, there is a lot to learn about this personality, considering whom our 11th Imam, salamullahi alayhi, says that we are the hujjas of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the proofs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all people. And our mother Fatima salamullahi alayha, she is the hujjah over us, the Imams. How is it possible for a lady or for a woman in this short span of 18 years to reach such an extent and such a lofty height in perfection that the Imams say that she was the hujjah of Allah over us? This is something that really is a mystery that is unfathomable for us normal human beings. However, firstly, I will try to shed some light on the historical context of what had happened, and after that we will try to refer to the sermon of Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha, al-khutbah al-fadakiyya, in which we will inshallah refer to some of the verses that she quoted from the Holy Quran, and we will talk about their context. First of all, Imam Ali salamullahi alayhi, after the Holy Prophet sallallahu alayhi was, after he passed away, according to the opinion, the famous opinions of our ulama, the Holy Prophet also, he died of poison. So after the Holy Prophet passed away, for a couple of days his body remained, because of the fact that he was being prepared. And after that, even the tribes that were around Medina itself and around Medina, they were all coming in order to seek the blessings of praying Salat al-Mayt over the Holy Prophet. After this had finished, during this time, of course, when the Holy Prophet, his body still had not been buried, what was being cooked up in the place in the neighborhood of Saqifa Bani Sa'ida, everybody knows that. Everybody knows what happened. After that, the Holy Prophet ﷺ is buried. Now, according to certain narrations, it says that the day of the bay'ah to the first Khalifa other than Imam Ali salamullahi alayhi, that is when things were being cooked up. Now, the people came back to Al-Masjid al-Nabawi. They came back to Al-Masjid al-Nabawi, and because of the fact that people were still taken by grief and they were still oblivious to the fact that behind curtains there are certain things that are happening, the rightful possessor or the person whom the Khilafah and the successorship of the Holy Prophet belongs to, this person is being deprived of it, and such is happening. Before people had a chance to open their eyes in order to understand and perceive what had happened, they were trying to get allegiance by force, if necessary, from people in order to say that, no, he has left his right and he is okay, he has given it to somebody else. He doesn't want it anymore. So this was what was happening. The house of Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha, as we inshallah will come to mention, it was attacked, most probably within this period, probably on the third day after the martyrdom of the Holy Prophet, or a few days after that. But during this period, still, they were trying to get allegiance. The house is attacked, the Khilafah is taken. Everybody knows what happened. Inshallah, we'll mention it during the course of these few nights. Now the question comes that Imam Ali salamullahi alayhi, who was known to be Asadullah al-Ghalib, he was known to be that attacker, the lion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the person unto whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave Dhul Faqar, for instance. That why did Imam Ali alayhi salam not take up the sword? Why did he not take up the sword and try to retrieve his right? Or why did he not stand in the mihrab and just one dua, just like Nuh salamullahi alayhi? Nuh said, "Oh Allah Azza wa Jal, I pray unto you that, oh Allah, remove and destroy all of these people, because if you leave them, they will not beget except kuffars, those who cause mischief." Why did Imam Ali alayhi salam not do that? In general, to be logical, Imam Ali alayhi salam had the following 4 different stances he could take, or the following 4 different routes. Firstly, our Imam Ali alayhi salam had the route of trying to call for a revolution, to unsheath his sword, to reclaim the Khilafah. Secondly, to prove his imamat through a dialogue, through a discourse, a debate. You bring your proofs and I'll bring my proofs, and let people be the judge. Thirdly, to seek assistance from Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha. And fourthly, so of course Sayyidah Zahra, in order to try to reclaim the Khilafah peacefully. Fourthly is for Imam Ali alayhi salam to remain an opposition, but a non-violent opposition, but at the same time to exert pressure every now and then, and also to guide and to protect the Sharia and to protect Islam, to protect the Ummah, but at a distance, not to be at the front. Why did Imam alayhi salam not take up the sword? First of all, if he had done so, our Imam Ali alayhi salam, he would have, in trying to exterminate this block, this group of people that had deviated from the path, it is not certain that there were not other people behind curtains who also had similar intentions. Imam Ali alayhi salam would have destroyed one group, he would have removed one group, but another would have rose, because of the fact that these people had become Muslims. But the program, the course, the workshop had not ended. There were still other editions, or there were still other sessions to be had, in metaphorically, that is to say. The other Imams alayhi salam also were supposed to teach them. However, these people did not give them a chance. So they did not understand Islam properly to start with. They did not understand the concept of imamah. And this is something that continues in the history of the Muslim Ummah. We find that when Imam Ali alayhi salam explains to them, they don't, many people, they don't understand that this is a ma'soom. He is the Khalifa of Rasulullah. let alone to understand the metaphysical reality that is Amir al-Mu'mineen salamullah alayhi, that he is one person whose name is written on the arsh, on the throne of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this continued even after the time of Imam Ali alayhi salam, Imam al-Hasan alayhi salam, and Imam al-Hussein, Sayyid al-Shuhada. The reason why people did not come to his aid, even though the Imam alayhi salam tried to explain to them, but many instances either some people did not want to accept, they did not want to understand, or their mind was too simple to understand. The fact that these were imams. As a result, you find that Imam Hussein salamullahi alayhi, he was martyred. He only had 72 people, other people who fought with him and who were martyred. There were other people as well, but some of them were injured. Al-Hasan al-Muthanna. However, these people did not understand imamat. They did not understand this concept that he is wajib and muftarad al-ta'a, that is to say, it is wajib to obey the imam. So, coming back to my point, other people would have started to oppose. Secondly, after Imam alayhi salam would have, let's say he was successful, he removed these people. How simple was it for that person to say that the Holy Prophet, to ascribe this hadith to the Holy Prophet? How simple was it for him to say that I heard a hadith from the Holy Prophet that we prophets do not give any inheritance to our children? How simple was it? The Imam Ali alayhi salam, let's say he came, he took power, and he took the khilafah by power. Okay. And then he starts to remind people of narrations. Or even without him needing to mention the narrations. Right now he's sitting on the chair of khilafah. So all of a sudden you will start to hear rumors. Yeah, the Holy Prophet ﷺ mentioned another hadith that if Ali alayhi salam is the city of knowledge, but so and so are the walls of the knowledge, so and so are the roof of the city of knowledge, so and so, for instance, they are the windows. Have you not heard those kind of a hadith? Correct? So it was simple and really easy for them to fabricate a hadith and to put them and ascribe them to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In addition to the fact that had the Imam alayhi salam continued and used that hujjah, that proof, which those few people used, they say that we are closer to Rasulullah than you, O Ansar. Because we are Muhajirun, we are from Quraysh, we are from Makkah, we are his relatives and his cousins. Had Imam Ali alayhi salam used also the same mentality, he would have been distancing the Ansar. Even from the Ansar, not everybody came and they accepted and gave allegiance to the first Caliph. Not everybody did. However, what can be said, for example, Sa'ad bin Ubadah, even until he was assassinated in Sham, he did not give allegiance. He was from Ansar. Let's say Imam Ali alayhi salam came. He went to the Ansar and he told them, you oppose and I oppose. Let's be friends. Let's go and remove those people. Because of the fact that these people very recently had the Prophet made that pact between the Aus and the Khazraj, two of the biggest tribes in Medina. They had tribal mentality. Had Imam Ali alayhi salam brought them, what would have happened is the Muhajirin, they would have taken side of those people who had taken the Khilafah. Ansar come and they drive the Muhajirin out. What would have happened is, because Imam Ali alayhi salam was also a Muhajir, he would also have been kicked out by the Ansar. As a result, Medina would have been taken by the Ansar, and this was the capital of the Muslim state during that time. Makkah would have been separated, and Imam Ali alayhi salam, would have already been weak among the Muhajirin, among Quraysh. He did not have much strength and dominance and influence and power. Correct? Imam Ali alayhi salam would have been forgotten. And those people would have taken back Medina. Where does Islam go? It's gone. Where does the Muslim state go? It's gone. All of those efforts of Rasulullah. So these people then, the Muhajirin, they would have also felt betrayed. Also, some of the people, they did not understand that this had religious justifications. Like I mentioned, they did not understand the concept of imamah. In addition to this, now, the result then was as follows. This would have resulted in a civil war, a fruitless civil war. during the time when the first Khalifa, he did take power, we hear of something which is called Hurub al-Ridda. That is to say, the battles on the wars of those who had became apostate, and they forsake Islam. They became disbelievers again. Those people, you do not find a lot of mention about them later on in history. Their mention has been wiped out by a certain hand. Imam Ali alayhi salam, had he done the same thing, his mention and his name would have been wiped out by certain hands. But let's say theoretically, leaving all of these factors aside, Imam Ali alayhi salam chose to go. So were the factors and was the earth, was the ground ready to accept Imam Ali to go and to fight? No. To the extent that some of the ashab came to Imam Ali alayhi salam. Take us, let us fight with you, we can reclaim it. Khair, no problem. Imam Ali alayhi salam tells them, okay, on a certain day let us meet. But I want the alama and the sign of you giving me allegiance to be the fact that you have come and you have shaved your heads. Only a few people came. With a few people, handful of people, would it have been possible to overcome tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands? Imam Ali alayhi salam was left alone during this time. Khair. But now comes the second step. The second step was the fact that Imam Ali alayhi salam, why did he not try to resort to texts? To the nusus, the texts, the narrations of the Holy Prophet, considering him being the Imam. Actually, to be fair, Imam alayhi salam did use them. Imam Ali, in many different debates with these people, he mentioned this. When Imam Ali alayhi salam was in the house, and he was in his sit-in, he was protesting, and he had those few people with him, Al-Miqdad, Zubayr ibn al-Awam, and a few others. Those people were in Masjid al-Nabi, and they sent Qunfudh to go to the Imam alayhi salam in order to try to get him to give allegiance. So the first time, what does Qunfudh say? He says, Khalifatu Rasulillah is calling you to give him allegiance. The Imam alayhi salam responds, Kadhib, that person has said a lie. I am Khalifatullah. That he has not left anybody else in charge and successor. He goes back, Qunfudh goes back. This is what Ali said. He says, yes, he's right. And the Holy Prophet did not leave me, he left him. Khair. Go back to him. He went back, now with a new word. Amir al-Mu'mineen is calling you to come and give allegiance to him. Imam alayhi salam tells him, Kadhib, I am the only Amir al-Mu'mineen. It's not him. Even our later Imams alayhimus salam, they are asked by some of their ashab, are you all not Amir al-Mu'mineen? They said that this is a laqab, a title that is special for Amir al-Mu'mineen. Sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. In general, what was during that time, it was extremely tense. When you have emotions are really tense. Intentions are really, really bad during that time. And the speed at which they were ready in order to execute their plan, it was such that they were ready to burn the house of Sayyidah Zahra. This was not a time for referring to texts as much as possible. This was a time for other forms of action. Now, as a result, Imam Ali alayhi salam went, because him going to face these people, they're not going to accept. Even after the attack of the house, Imam Ali alayhi salam had that wasiyah from the Holy Prophet to do what? To gather the Quran. Correct or not? Khair? Imam Ali alayhi salam, according to certain narrations, he said he remained in his house for 3 days. Now, after that, he went and he took that Quran. It was so many pages that he needed an entire camel with him. So he took that Quran with him and he showed it to those people. That Quran had everything. It was according to a different tartib and sequence, the sequence of revelation. The surahs were ordered in another different order, etc. One of those people came, one of those ashab, and they looked at the Quran, and in the narration says, فَوَجَدَ فِيهِ أَشْيَاء, and he found things in it. As a result, that person said, La hajata lana ila Qur'anik. We don't need your Quran. We have our own Quran, that's enough for us. Imam Ali alayhi salam then says, I only brought it to you because I had to deliver the hujjah. After that, after this day, you will never see it. And truly, Imam alayhi salam did not bring it out. Neither did any of the Imams after that. So Imam Ali alayhi salam during this time, there was not a lot of possibility of him influencing them. What did he resort to now? He resorted to Sayyidah Zahra salamullah alayha. Sayyidah Zahra salamullah alayha, why did he resort to her? First of all, because of the fact that Sayyidah Zahra, she was the daughter of the Holy Prophet. Correct? She was the daughter of the Holy Prophet, and she had that moral position. And he considered the only child of the Holy Prophet who was alive during that time. So the people, out of their love for the Holy Prophet, they would remember and they would respect her. Secondly, Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha, her uprising was such that she was actually trying to stir the masses. It was not that she was trying to get these people to leave the chair of Khilafah. If that happened, alhamdulillah, that would have been good. But she was actually trying to get support from the people. Sayyidah Zahra. She was trying to stir their emotions. She was trying to stir the masses. In addition to that, Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha, she was a woman. Any confrontation between Imam Ali alayhi salam and those people, even if it would have been verbal, it would have later on resulted in a violent physical conflict. This is something that Imam Ali alayhi salam was trying to stay away from. He did not want the ummah to go into a civil war. Sayyidah Zahra salamullah alayha, she was a woman. So any verbal confrontation between her and those people, it would not lead to any violence. It would not lead to any physical confrontation. Third, following that, Imam Ali alayhi salam was actually using a Sayyidah Zahra. He was speaking through her mouth. To the extent that that person understood, when she went and she delivered Khutbat al-Fadak, that person understood that these are the words of Imam Ali alayhi salam. He has sent her to come and to speak. So when Sayyidah Zahra salamullah alayha, after not reaching to any good amiable result, she went back. This person, he held to his nerves, had on to his nerves. After she went, he started to speak ill of Imam Ali alayhi salam, not of Sayyidah Zahra, because he knew why she was sent, why she came. Also, if you look at the khutbah of Fadak itself, and this is going to bring me to the main topic. The khutbah of Fadak itself, it was not something material that Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha was seeking. Ma'adallah. Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha, other women folk did not have more zuhd than her. She was an ascetic. She did not care about the money of this dunya. Look at how she got married. Look at her life. She used to grind wheat and she used to make food with her own hands. Their karam and their generosity is mentioned in the Holy Quran. Why would she want fadak? It is not the monetary value of fadak. It is, fadak itself was actually an introductory step to refer to the entire khilafah. That is to say, first of all, the way that you usurped me, my fadak that you took away from me, the basis of your argument is wrong. And also, during that khutbah, she says that the basis of your khilafah is wrong as well. And you have gone against the Holy Quran. Otherwise, when Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha, she brought those witnesses. She brought Imam Ali alayhi salam, she brought Fidda, she brought Al-Hasanan. Khair, Fidda was a woman, Al-Hasanan were children. Imam Ali alayhi salam was the only person. And those people refused. Was it not possible for Sayyidah Zahra to bring Salman al-Mikhdad? Just any two other witnesses. Was it not possible for her? Yes, it was possible. But the message was something else. Sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. The result of the Fatimi movement was the fact that she was not able to stir the masses as they wanted. And people, they showed their true colors. Others were a little bit too moving. They were still in the middle. Their minds were not set to come to the assistance of Ahlulbayt alayhimus salam. And through shrewd policies and politics, unfortunately, they did not reach that result. But that sermon of Al-Fadak and the movement of Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha, it served to give a huge boost to the madhab of Shias, of the Ja'fari madhab, the madhab of the Shayya. That in the beginning, the main followers of Imam Ali alayhi salam were only a few. Salman, Miqdad, Abu Dharr, and a few others. After this movement, the oppression of Ahlulbayt alayhi salam became well known. They started to understand who these people truly are. So it gave a huge boost, these sacrifices of Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha. During this khutbah, Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha, when she was speaking, of course, the khutbah of Fadak itself, it is a text that is full of knowledge. If you were to categorize the different topics that Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha talks about during this khutbah, it is something amazing. Truly. You want Tawheed, Usul al-Din, Tawheed, Adl, Nubuwa, Imama, Ma'ad. You want all of these matters, they are mentioned in it. You want the philosophies and the justifications of the different ahkam, they're all mentioned in it, of many ahkam. You want to see how the methodology of Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha is in mentioning and referring to Quranic verses, it is mentioned there. She quotes verses and she also refers and paraphrases verses as well. It was this methodology. In addition to this, out of all of the verses of wa'id, warning, threats, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in the Holy Quran, she chose certain verses to mention in her khutbah that had a connection, that came in the same context with the matter of khilafah. That came in the same context. That had a connection that these people had heard before from the Holy Prophet when he was warning the people not to do 1, 2, 3. At that, I will take a couple of examples. Sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in Surah Al-Imran, يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. That, O you who believe, be wary of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with the true taqwa, the true wariness due to Him, and do not die except Muslims. In a narration of Imam alayhi salam, he says that by Allah, nobody, of Imam alayhi salam, by Allah, nobody other than the household of the Prophet acted by this verse. Haqqa tuqatih. Not any level of taqwa. There are other verses that talk about other levels of taqwa. Over here, we want the highest level, perfect level of taqwa. Yani you're talking about infallibility, not going against any of the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. By Allah, we are the only people who acted according to this verse, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted. How so, O Imam? We remembered Allah and do not forget Him. We thanked Him and we thank Him and will not deny His favors. We obey Him and we have never disobeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, why did Sayyidah Zahra mention this verse? Because of the following. The Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, during the end of his life, it seems, he was giving a khutbah to the people. And he was talking to the people attending about those who would come after him. And he was complaining of them. The Holy Prophet said, I just quote some of the excerpts, Alhamdulillah for his favors and tests. We are Ahlulbayt, or on us Ahlulbayt alayhim salam, the favors and the tests that Allah has given to us. I seek refuge in Allah from the calamities of the dunya and the akhirah. And I bear witness that there is no God but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Only Him, no partners has He, and that I am Muhammad, His messenger. He sent me with His message to all of His creation. Why so? لِيَهْلِكَ مَنْ هَلَكَ عَنْ بَيِّنَةٍ وَيَحْيَ مَنْ حَيَّ عَنْ بَيِّنَةٍ, so that he who perishes might perish with a manifest proof, and after seeing the hujjah. And he who lives may live on a manifest proof as well. He preferred me over all of the world and the first and the last. He gave me the keys to His chest. وَلَا حَوْلَ وَلَا قُوَّةَ إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ. And then he says this verse. And then he explains why he says it. يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا اتَّقُوا اللَّهَ حَقَّ تُقَاتِهِ. He says, and he mentions that verse that I quoted. He says, and know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can encompasses everything. Oh, people know that after me there is a group that is going to come who will ascribe lies to me. Remember this hadith? We, the groups or the prophets, we do not inherit. There is a group that is going to come after me, that is going to ascribe lies to me. So do not accept them, and there will be affairs that will happen after me. These people, they claim that they are from me. These hadith and their affairs, they take the guidance from me. And I seek refuge from Allah, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from anything that I have not said anything but the truth. I seek refuge with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I claim and I emphasize that I have not said anything except the truth. وَسَيَعْلَمُ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا أَيَّ مُنْقَلَبٍ يَنْقَلِبُونَ. And those who do wrong, they will know what end they will end with. At that, one of the ashab, Ubadah ibn Samit, he gets up and he asks the Holy Prophet, "O Holy Prophet, who are these people whom you are referring to? Please point them out to us so that we can be aware, so that we can know." The Holy Prophet says, they are the people who are preparing themselves, look at this, for khilafah from this day. And they will show themselves when this soul reaches here. The Holy Prophet pointed out, his throat. When my soul comes over here. Ubadah asks, who should we refer to? The Holy Prophet says, to my Ahlulbayt who will revive the book and my hadith. Sayyidah Zahra Salamullahi alayha. When she is mentioning this particular verse, there is a context. She is reminding them, oh you who are sitting on that chair, and it does not belong to you. Do you not remember the Holy Prophet when he said this verse? Do you not remember that? She could have chosen any other verses of threats. So there is a connection. She was trying to remind them. This is called hikmah, wisdom, because these people remembered. Another verse. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim in Surah Al-Ma'idah, لما كلما أوقدوا نارا للحرب أطفأها الله. That whenever they kindled a fire for battle and for war, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He would extinguish it. In tafsir from Jabir ibn Abdullah al-Ansari, he narrates this from Imam al-Baqir salamullahi alayhi. And the Imam al-Baqir in this tafsir, he says, when he is explaining the meaning of this verse, he says that whenever any of the tyrants wants and will want to wipe out us Ahlulbayt alayhimus salam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will destroy him. Let us go back to the reason for which this verse was revealed. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He revealed this verse with regards to those tribes, Banu Qaynuqa', Banu Nadir, Banu Qurayza, those people who had come to the Arabian Peninsula. They were waiting for the Holy Prophet. But these people, of course, and the way that they had planned their way of living and their castles and their palaces and their fortresses, it was something, the other Arab tribes, they did not know. These people were superior in their planning, etc., in their defenses. However, after the Holy Prophet came to Medina, he was trying, of course, to establish the Islamic State. What was happening is that these people, they constantly were plotting. They went over there thinking that in this land, in Jabal Faran, that is to say, within Makkah, near Makkah, the person who is going to come as a prophet, he will come over there, but he will be from themselves. They did not accept that person to be a prophet from the Arabs, from the children of Ismail salamullah alayhi. They wanted him to be from the children of Ishaq. It didn't happen. They didn't like it. So they started to plot against him. And they plotted, but whenever they were plotting, the Battle of Ahzab and others, until Khaybar happened and it was conquered. And then the other tribes, they gave fadak to the Holy Prophet. Sayyidah Zahra salamullah alayha, she is trying to say, that same quality that led to these people to kindle that fire of war against my father, the Holy Prophet, you people are doing the exact same thing. You are one in your trait and in this khubth, in this hatred that you have for us. Me and the Holy Prophet, we are from the same light, and you people are the same in your actions. You are fighting against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The final verse that I would like to quote, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَقُولُ إِذَنْ لِي وَلَا تَفْتِنِّي أَلَا فِي الْفِتْنَةِ سَقَطُوا وَإِنَّ جَهَنَّمَ لَا مُحِيطَةٌ بِالْكَافِرِينَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, among them are those who say, give me leave, don't tempt me, and do not put me to temptation. Look, they have already fallen into the fitna, into temptation, and indeed hell besieges, Jahannam, it encompasses, it besieges the faithless. Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha, when she's mentioning this verse, after talking about the changes in hearts and the sinful intentions of those people and the nifaq that was in their hearts, these people apparently they had embraced Islam. Apparently they had embraced Islam. But if you want to see what their true intentions were, you have to see their actions after the Holy Prophet ﷺ passed away. These people, during the time of the Holy Prophet, they bore those hardships and they fought with them. They did the hijrah and everything with them to Medina. However, this was all because of the fact that later on they were trying to take something. They were trying to ride a wave. They rode that wave. The Holy Prophet now is passed away. Now they show their true colors. Showing their true colors, they started to derive rulings from the Holy Quran and to interpret it according to their own understanding. And even if they did not have that level, it was not possible. They did not have that ilm, they did not have that taqwa, that God-fearingness to be able to derive any rulings from the Holy Quran. A narration that nobody else except that person had narrated. This khabar itself is a weak khabar. How is it possible for it to go against the Holy Quran? This is one of the principles of ijtihad, that when you go, you want to see and you want to take by a narration, you have to see that this narration, does it conform with the rulings of the Holy Quran and the teachings of it? If yes, then this narration has to be thrown away. طيب khair. They deprived by ascribing this ruling that the prophets do not inherit, they do not bequeath. They deprived the Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha of her right. Why did they do so? وَلَا تَفْتِنِّي. Now go to this term. The reason for the revelation of this verse was the fact that one of the leaders of one of the tribes, Jad bin Qais from Bani Salama, when the excursion and when the battle of Tabuk was happening towards the north, he came to the Holy Prophet and he told him, "Oh Holy Prophet, please, idhanli," that is to say, give me permission, وَلَا تَفْتِنِّي, give me permission to not go with you. And the Holy Prophet was taking everybody, the Muslims were going to face this threat. Please give me permission to remain. Why? What is the justification? Why should you stay? Why the Holy Prophet saying, why should you remain and why should other people have to go? وَلَا تَفْتِنِّي. Okay, don't tempt me. What are you going to be tempted by? Don't put me in a hardship. Hardship, the fact that he was saying, according to certain accounts, he had his family to take care of. If he were to leave, who's going to take care of his family? They're going to fall to hardship. Secondly, and this is funnier, the fact that he was saying that I will be tempted by the women folk of Rome. So if I go over there, I'll forget everything, salah, etc. I will just be taken by that. So please, O Holy Prophet, I'm trying to preserve my deen. Be careful, please, I have taqwa. So as a result, please, O Holy Prophet, have mercy on me. The Holy Prophet, he let him go. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rebuked him, he scolded him, and he revealed this verse. Let us go back to the people now. They were saying that, "Oh Fatima, we have taken away your inheritance, fadak, because the Muslim army right now is in need of armament. It is in need of weapons. It is in need of these supplies that we need to defend ourselves, oh Fatima. Would it be possible? Is it possible that you are saying no to the Muslims taking fadak in order to prepare themselves to defend Islam and Muslims and the Muslim state? This was going to cause fitna if you don't accept, oh Fatima. All of the Muslims are going to ask, why are you taking from us to prepare for the Muslim army? You haven't taken anything from Fatima. She's the daughter of the Holy Prophet. She should say yes, she should agree. So they were saying that if we don't take this from you, Fatima, a fitna is going to happen. Now, when they say this, actually, the fitna had already happened. The fitna had already happened. Where did it happen? It already happened in Saqifa. Correct? The fitna had already happened. Second fitna was the fact that they were trying to interpret the Quran according to their own understanding. They were trying to ascribe lies to the Holy Prophet ﷺ. The end result of it, Sayyidah Zahra now tells them, وَإِنَّ جَهَنَّمَ لَمُحِيطَةٌ بِالْكَافِرِينَ. That Jahannam, it besieges and it surrounds the kafirin. How does that apply? Our Mufassirin, they have different explanations for this. One of them is the fact that وَإِنَّ جَهَنَّمَ لَمُحِيطَةٌ بِالْكَافِرِينَ. People may ask, but Jahannam is not outside over here. The people who are against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who disbelieve purposely, these people right now, they're not in Jahannam. Correct? What is the explanation? One of the explanations is this, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that this is inevitable. Inevitably, those people will be cast into the hellfire. That's number one. Secondly, our ulama, they also say that there is another explanation. Everybody in their life, according to their deeds, they either live in Jannah or in Jahannam. Actually, right now. Okay? They are already created. We feel them through our spirit. We can actually live in them. The only thing is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us lutf, especially with regards to the people of Jahannam. He has given them a special gift, the fact that He does not let us feel the effects of living in that bad area, in Jahannam, during our life. But when the person dies, that's when they start to feel it. The Maulana, this is a big claim. Is there any instances in history or in the lives of the Imams alayhimus salam that actually points to this fact? Yes, there is, of course. Refer to the account of Imam Al-Kadhim salamullahi alayhi when he was in that prison of Harun al-Rashid. Harun al-Rashid told that prison guard, the prison warden, that I want you to tempt Al-Kadhim, because he's constantly praying. Imam Al-Kadhim alayhi salam, there's a lot of similarity between Imam Al-Kadhim alayhi salam and Imam Zayn al-Abidin alayhi salam in their ibadah. So I want you to tempt him. He has a position and a standing before the people. I want to destroy that, to distort his image. What do you want me to do? Send him a woman. Ma'adallah. So that he can commit haram. So he went, he brought one of the singers, okay? A good appearance, good looking woman, and he brought her to the Imam alayhi salam. Nobody else was there with them. At that, he left her with the Imam alayhi salam for a period of time. After a while, that prison warden comes back. He finds that that woman, like the Imam is performing ibadah and he's in salat, that woman is also in ibadah. That person asks this woman, what has happened? She says that when I came to the Imam in order to try to tempt him, the Imam, he gave an indication with his hand. All of a sudden, the veil was lifted from my eyes, and I saw behind the Imam were women, Hur al-Ain, 100 times more beautiful and bright-faced than myself. I felt myself as ugly in front of them. And the Imam was saying that if I truly wanted, everything is here in front of me. The Imam is actually living in Jannah. Only thing is that the Imam during this life, they are ordered to live life according to their normal norms, the normal customs and the normal laws of life. Just like us, a normal life. So this is something that happened. The Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, on the day of Ashura, on the night of Ashura, he showed the shuhada their positions in Jannah. He showed it to them. He showed their places in Jannah to the people. The Imam alayhi salam, he has that authority, he has that power. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among those people. So in essence then, Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha, again there is also one instance with regards to her, with regards to her wedding dress. Where did her wedding dress come from? Look at the narrations. It came from Jannah, it was brought by Hur al-Ain. Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha, she was reminding them and she was telling them, if you do not agree to what I am saying, you are actually going against the Quran and you are damning yourself. وَإِنَّ جَهَنَّمَ لَمُحِيطَةٌ بالكافرين. صلى الله على محمد وآل محمد. In one of the narrations from Ibn Abbas, it is mentioned that the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was in that illness of his, final illness, after which the Holy Prophet passed away. The Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was saying, "Call my Habib, I miss my Habib, I long for my Habib. I want you to call him for me." So they started to call one man after the other, and the Holy Prophet, he was saying that this is not him, this is not him. Until the people, they came to understand that the Holy Prophet was seeking Amir al-Mu'mineen salamullahi alayhi. At that they go to Sayyidah Zahra and they tell her that please call Ali. Imam Ali alayhi salam comes and he enters the Holy Prophet's face. It becomes bright and the Holy Prophet says, "Oh Ali, come to me." And the Holy Prophet brings him closer and closer until the Imam alayhi salam sits by the head of the Holy Prophet, and the Holy Prophet puts his head in the lap of Imam Ali alayhi salam, and then he falls unconscious. O mu'mineen, this was one of the first masa'ib that befell the Sayyidah Zahra after the loss of her mother at a really young age. When she became an orphan, she was remembering those masa'ib as the Holy Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alihi, he fell unconscious. Sayyidah Zahra, Imam Ali, and especially Al-Hasan, they were all weeping and mourning. Imam Al-Hasan Al-Hussein, they came and they threw themselves on the chest of Rasulullah. At that, Imam Ali alayhi salam wanted to remove them from the chest of Rasulullah. Rasulullah gets up, he awakes and he tells them, "Oh Ali, leave them. Let them fill their heart from me and me from them. These children of mine are going to be killed and oppressed after me. Oh Ali, please leave them. May Allah curse those who oppress them." The Holy Prophet said this 3 times. Ibn Abbas then relates that after that the Holy Prophet cried so much that until his beard was full of his tears. At that it was asked, "Oh Rasulullah, why are you crying?" He says, "Abki li dhurriyyati wa ma tasna'u bihim shiraru ummati min ba'di." I cry from my progeny and because of what the thugs, the bad people from my ummah are going to do to them. What are they going to do to them? كأني بفاطمة بنتي وقد ظلمت بعدي وهي تنادي يا أبتاه فلا أحد يعينها من أمتي. It's as if I can see my daughter Fatima and she is oppressed after me. She is calling, "Oh Father," but nobody will come to her assistance from my ummah. Sayyidah Zahra, after hearing that, she starts to weep and cry. Rasulullah tells her, "Oh daughter, don't cry." Sayyidah Zahra says, "No, oh father, I'm not crying because of my masa'ib, but I'm crying because of my separation from you, oh Rasulullah." The Holy Prophet tells her, "Abshiri ya bint Muhammad بسرعة اللحاق بي فإنك أول من يلحق بي من أهل بيتي." O daughter of Rasulullah, oh my daughter, rejoice because you are the first from my Ahlulbayt who is going to come to join me. Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha, she used to constantly weep for Rasulullah. The Holy Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alihi, when Imam Ali alayhi salam, he gave him ghusl, the Holy Prophet, he still had his shirt on, and Imam Ali alayhi salam was washing him through the shirt. After that, when the Holy Prophet was buried later on, Sayyidah Zahra alayhi salam, she was remembering that shirt of Rasulullah. Sayyidah Zahra alayhi salam, she used to tell Imam Ali, "Arini al-qamis, فإذا شمته غشي عليها فَلَمَّا رَأَيْتُ ذَلِكَ غَيَّبْتُ. Imam Ali alayhi salam says, whenever she would ask for that qameez, when I would show it to her, she would see it and she would weep so much until she felt unconscious. After that, I would take that qameez away. After that, Ya Rasulullah, عَظَمَ اللَّهُ لَكُمُ الْأَجْرِ يَا صَاحِبَ الزَّمَانِ. The Holy Prophet, as he is lying on his deathbed, Jibreel alayhi salam comes, Malik al-Maut, he seeks permission to enter. Jibreel alayhi salam comes, أعظم الله لكم الأجر. Malik al-Maut tells Rasulullah, give me your order and I will obey your orders. If you want me to take your soul, I will do so, and if not, I will not. Rasulullah tells him, oh Malik al-Maut, come and do what you have been ordered to do. The mercy of this world, the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was being taken from this earth. That union of Ashab al-Kisah started to break. After that, the Holy Prophet, he brought Ali alayhi salam so close to him. The Holy Prophet was covered in a cloth like a blanket, and he put Imam Ali alayhi salam's hand under that blanket so that he would be taking the Holy Prophet with his hands. After that, أعظم الله لكم الأجر. Malik al-Maut, he started to take the soul of our Prophet. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. People started to cry. Imam Ali alayhi salam came out and he told the people, and he tells them, oh people, death leaves no parent nor child. This is the way till nobody you shall see. This is the Prophet, had Allah immortalized a creature, he would have been so, oh people. This is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi. He has been taken, Allahu Akbar, Rasulullah has passed away. All of a sudden the people start to weep and they start to mourn. But oh Rasulullah, I ask you to see the state of Fatima after you. What happened to Sayyidah Zahra? After her father, how she was humiliated. Not a day did she grow tired of weeping. When she saw shade by the tree, they went to the tree and they chopped it. Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha, she went out of Medina, weak and mourning for her father. I wish her father's eyes would see her. How after him they oppressed her. Oh Father, my heart is broken and my tears flow to my house since the time you went. What has happened to your house? Jibreel stopped coming. Oh Abu Ibrahim, since the time your nur diminished. Medina, what happened to Medina? Medina became dark, full of masayib. Al-Hassan mourns you and Hussein, his heart is shattered. But I ask you, O Sayyidah Zahra alayhi salam, I ask you, O mu'mineen, if this is your situation and this is how you felt for Rasulullah, whose body only remained after that for 2 years, for 2 days, or for 3 days, what would you say about the body of Imam Hussein salamullahi alayhi? صلت على جسم الحسين سيوفهم فغدا لساجدة الضبا محرابا. فغدا لساجدة الضبا محرابا. فغدا لساجدة وجدت الظبا محرابا ومضى لهيفا لم يجد غير القنا، لم يجد غير القنا ظلا ولا غير النجيع شرابا، ظلا ولا غير النجيع شرابا. Imam Ali alayhi salam, he says, according to one of the narrations, it is said that, oh Imam Ali alayhi salam, Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha, after looking at this situation, after looking at the body of Rasulullah, she was weeping a lot. She was really constantly weeping. But I asked her, oh Sayyidah Zahra, if you were to see the body of Imam Hussain salamullahi alayhi, for 3 days it was kept, but in which condition? You were asking Imam Ali alayhi salam for that shirt of Rasulullah. But what about the shirt of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein that was full of pierced wounds from the swords and the spears and the three-headed arrow in the heart of Imam Hussein? What would be this lisan hal of Sayyidah Zahra? She would be saying, I am the mother whose heart is aching. I look for my son's aza wherever it may be held. His body was laying without kafan. The horses of the field trampled over him. But one last musibah, my dear brothers and sisters, this musibah is really, really difficult. When Sayyidah Zahra salamullahi alayha, when she was beside the Holy Prophet who had passed away, it was really simple for her to come and to embrace the Holy Prophet. But Sayyidah Zainab salamullahi alayha, on the plains of Karbala, on the day of Ashura, when she came to the headless body of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, she put her hands beneath the back of Imam Hussein and she turned towards Allah. Allahumma taqabbal minna hadha al-qurban. Oh Allah, accept this qurban from us. And then, according to some narrations, she turns towards the Holy Prophet, just like Sayyidah Zahra. She says, Ya Muhammadan, صلى عليك مليك السماء، بناتك سبايا وذريتك مقتلة. Oh Rasul Allah, oh Muhammad, your daughters are prisoners and your progeny is killed. What was the situation of Imam Hussein? Look at what she said. وهذا حسين مجزوز الرأس من القفا، مسلوب العمامة والرداء، بأبي المهموم حتى قضى، بأبي العطشان حتى مضى.